What's up, guys? Coming to you, I want to talk to you about Michael Bendis. So, I realized that last year around this time, I had put out a video titled, DC, was Bendis worth it? It was right after, I guess it was a year after they had done all this Bendis is coming, and then Bendis came, and I was just kind of seeing, like, was he worth bringing on to DC? And yeah, I'll let you go see that video to see what I announced there. But I wanted to do an update because yeah, nobody really talks about his stuff now except for what they don't like about him. So let me see. He's done Superman, Action Comics. Well, he started with Man of Steel. He's done Young Justice, Pearl, a little bit of Batman. I don't think in the Batman series, but I think he did some extracurricular stuff. Naomi and what was it? America versus the People. I don't know, something like that. Some weird thing that he did. So that's what he's done so far in DC. Was it worth it, DC? If you've been on the channel for a long time, you know that I was very upset when DC announced Bendis. I was not very happy. I was loving the Tomasi and Gleason Superman, and I wasn't too happy that they were taking them off, because that was like the glory days of Superman for me. Because I mean, that's when I got into comics. They're the ones that made me love Superman, and they introduced that. They're the ones that, or Tomasi, who did Super Sons, was the one that made me love Damian Wayne, which was, I thought, impossible, but I've started to like the character because of the Super Sons run, and I was loving Superman at that point. I was loving DC Comics at that point. We were getting a lot of great stuff out of Rebirth. But then they announced it. Bendis is coming, and they advertise in every comic. 2-page Bendis is coming on Superman, and we were just left. We saw all the bad stuff he was doing in Marvel. Why would we want him in DC? So I complained. I did a bunch of videos on that. I think there's one called Bendis is Coming, where I talk about my disappointment in that. And then we heard that Bendis was going to change everything about Superman. He was going to rewrite his origin story, basically. And I was like, no, why? We don't need that. So he came, and you'll see on my channel, Man of Steel. I really enjoyed. I was like, okay, I'm cautiously optimistic here. And I really enjoyed the 6-issue Man of Steel, where we found out that Jor-El was the guy, I forget his name, but because they haven't used him. I will say I was disappointed that they made it Jor-El. Lewis was as well. I think he had a reaction to that on the channel as well. So, you know, it was good. I thought. I know other people didn't understand why they didn't. And then we got Action Comics and Superman #1. And I read both of those. I enjoyed Superman. I did not enjoy Action Comics. I read a couple Action Comics and then I just stopped because it was very wordy. And by that I mean, rather than showing us the story, he basically narrated everything. And there are only certain circumstances where that's okay, and Bendis does it all the time, all the stupid time, and I hated it. Action Comics was terrible. It was boring. There wasn't action in it. There wasn't a lot of Superman in it. It was just lame. But I enjoyed the Superman. I didn't like the Jor-El taking Jonathan Kent away and flying him into space and bringing him back. I didn't like that Lois Lane left Clark. That was stupid. So let's get this straight. She leaves to go with John. just to come back to Earth very shortly after. What? And then she doesn't even tell Clark. No, that's not Lois Lane. That's not Lois Lane at all. I think that the Superman run is gonna. I ended up just stopping. I just couldn't take it anymore. You changed the character of Lois fundamentally. You made Superman kind of a wimp, which he should be Superman, not a wimp. Jor-El was okay. I thought he was a little crazy, which I thought kind of worked for the character. He's been through a lot. But they never really explained the backstory of him being trapped or whatever, because Rebirth has never really settled. But that might be a DC problem, not necessarily a Bendis problem. And who knows, maybe in one issue of Doomsday Clock we'll get the whole resolution for all of Rebirth. Maybe. Maybe they just gave up on that. I don't know. And we got Superboy aged. I might have mentioned that already, but seriously, like, why? He was great in Super Sons. Loved him as a kid. Why did we need him to be a teenager? Now older than Damian. It's stupid. It's stupid. I think that they're going to have to de-age him again. They're going to age him again so he can be Superman soon. So, before we get to that, let's go to the other works. I already dropped Action Comics. I've dropped Superman at this point. I never cared for Naomi, Pearl, or any of the other stuff. So that just leaves Young Justice. And that's one that I love. And the only reason I love it is because it's got Tim Drake, it's got Connor Kent, it's got Bard Allen, and it's got Cassie as Wonder Girl. Love those four characters. Yes, please. And there's a little bit of Stephanie Brown in the beginning. They kind of introduced her a little bit in more recent issues. So I'm way behind in reading comics. But I just read issues 7 and 8. And let's talk about that, shall we? Because Young Justice is the only title that I enjoy. I know that some people don't. Great, my computer might be shutting down. I still like Young Justice. I know a lot of people haven't, but I have. Mostly because I love the character so much. Tim Drake is tied for my favorite character of all time. And we're back a few hours later. My computer decided to do a reboot and update that took hours upon hours. So, anyways, as I was saying, Tim Drake is my favorite, one of my favorite characters, and tied for first with Dick Grayson. And so the fact that it has these characters in it makes me enjoy the Young Justice. Now, I didn't really care for this issue, issue 7. Some of the characters just act off. It's not really that good. Interestingly, the Terrifics went to the Looney Tune world, and it's hilarious. But Young Justice goes, and it's just kind of lame. So, but it's the only series that I've enjoyed. This issue is much better. Although, like some of the characters who are like brand new have a evil doppelganger, and I'm like, why do you have an evil version on another world? Like, you barely exist in the real world, like on Earth, on the main Earth. So it's kind of weird to me, but yeah. So I'm getting one series that I enjoy out of Bendis, and yeah, I'm just not really into it, and I think he's kind of the one behind the scenes. This is speculation territory. He's pushing this, killing off or moving Bruce, Clark, and Diana out of the way and putting them in, putting new characters into their places. Me and Lewis did a whole video about Luke Fox, why he should not be Batman, and why, Jonathan Kent could be Superman, but not right now. nowhere near pretty. He shouldn't have ever been up-aged the first time, more or less aging him again. And as much as I love Cassie, I don't think she's ready to be Wonder Woman. If you're going to do that, make Connor, make him Superman, and make Tim Drake Batman. You know, that makes a lot more sense. But so we're getting Luke Fox for some reason. Like, did anybody ask for him to be more important? I do. If you haven't seen that video, I did ask for him to be better, or for him to be made Robin. Really, I wanted the other guy who became Signal to be Batman or Robin. They should have made him a Robin, and it would have made sense for him to kind of step up and be Batman. But it doesn't make sense for Luke Fox to step up and be Batman. Zero. None. Zilch. Nada. Nothing. No sense for him to be Batman. He's got a long line. You got Dick. He refuses. You kind of got Jason. I think that would be interesting. He refuses. You got Tim Drake. He's not going to refuse. If he refuses, worse comes to worse, you got Damian. Now, Damian's too young, really, to step up and be Batman. So, I mean, you could, theoretically, if the first three denied it, which they wouldn't, or at least one of those wouldn't, then you might be, okay, well, Damian's too young, so Luke Fox is going to be it, and Damian Wayne's not going to be Robin anymore, because he would never stand under anybody but his father. But we'll see. That's beside the point. I'm not here to discuss that as much as, was Bendis really worth it? I don't think so. Not anymore. I mean, there's been a few good stories. Like I said, I enjoyed the Man of Steel 6-issue miniseries. I enjoyed the first few issues of Superman. It was okay. Action Comics, no. Young Justice, I've enjoyed that for the most part. There's a few issues that I'm just like, whatever. But overall, I have enjoyed it. So, not really sure if it was worth all the Bendis is coming just for what we've gotten. Some people have said Naomi's good. I couldn't care less. Not really interested in the character. I don't know if it wasn't Bendis writing both that and Superman or Action Comics, then she would never have gotten a stake in an Action Comics book. But it is what it is. So that's my thoughts. I'm not sure that he was really worth it, DC, a year later. Maybe in another year he'll come out with some really great books. I don't know. I think he's just kind of written good characters poorly at this point. So let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Have you loved Bendis? Have you hated him? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What is your favorite that he's written, if anything? Let me know. If you're new here, go and subscribe, join the family. Leave us a like if you enjoyed the video, and I guess we'll catch you next year with another Bendis update, maybe. We'll see. A lot can happen in a year, so peace.